In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
I told y'all a while ago, you're gonna start seeing dead rappers get signed.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today I want you to walk with me through this alternate episode because I have this plausible idea that I feel like is going to be rolled out in the future in regards to deceased artists, artificial intelligence, and record labels. So if y'all remember not too long ago, probably sometime last year, early last year, they were trying to push this artificial intelligence on us in a way where, oh, it's going to be good. And then you had people like Billie Eilish and all of them people saying, you know, whoever could come up with the best AI song regarding it, them, you know, using their likeness and their voice to write AI music for them, they'll give them a piece of the publishing and they'll get a piece of the split or whatever. And then you just had complete out of this world things happening, like Michael Jackson singing Ice Spice, just so absurd and asinine, just completely off the wall, just, you know, fun things under the guise of like comedy. But then you had a little bit more serious tracks where people were actually releasing AI Drake, AI Weekend songs, right? We all remember that. And most of us, especially those of us in the music community, we're severely uneasy about anything in regards, and we're talking about true blue musicians. I'm not talking about people who only do this because they're interested in getting paid. I'm talking about people who actually care about music, care about culture. It will make you uneasy because, like the clip that I played from the Big Fat Podcast, the Rap Trap, Ayo Canseco, labels are going to start signing dead artists. Now, I want you to walk with me as I explain how this could even be a thing, or maybe a person is already signed and they actually died, but you don't even know that they died. This situation where a person could just forever have posthumous music. I got Pop Smoke on the screen because there was some DMs that came out with, I think it was 808 Mellow? Whoever his producer was, I hope it was 808 Mellow, when, you know, they released the Pop Smoke posthumous album and it was horrible. It didn't sound anything I felt like Pop Smoke would have want to put out. The songs were incomplete. The songs were not that great. It was just too many features. They broke up everything he had, and it was just bullshit, you know? It was just bullshit. And the producer came out because people were like, hey, is there any more Pop Smoke music? And he was like, oh no more Pop Smoke vocals. That was it. So it's like, this was right before all this AI shit started coming out. And like, really, when you think about it, they probably are pissed that Mello came out and even said anything about no more Pop Smoke vocals, because they would have definitely been able to ride Pop Smoke's, you know, fame even more into the grave. You know, for 2 years after he died, he was still the most famous drill rapper there was, especially coming out of New York. But I look at stuff like that, it is just like, man, like they will be having a field day. But then I look at how they're conditioning us to accept alternative ways of enjoying music. We're being forced into this. And I'm going to use YoungBoy as an example because I feel like this is somebody that would play perfectly into what my theory is. So NBA YoungBoy, before every single legal issue that you could probably drum out of a book or pull out of a book or whatever, before he started going through all of that stuff, you know, he was on stage and he was doing the shows and he was here, he was there, he was traveling, wasn't no house arrest or nothing. But then the house arrest comes. And when the house arrest comes, well, he, you know, in and out of jail and stuff, but he finally gets out and the house arrest comes, he's still dropping music. There's photographs of him. He barely goes live, he barely talks, and he barely does interviews. But when he does do them, it's just kind of like, you know, weird and standoffish. you might look at this stuff and you might think, oh, that's just the natural order of it. But it's like, this is not the natural order of consuming music. And you can say, oh, times is changing and no such thing as normal, but that's not true. Normalcy exists for a reason. When we have an artist who does not come outside, but record, drop. Now you're used to not having to go see him in the concert, not having to go see him out in the real world. I don't have to buy tickets to an NBA YoungBoy show. I can watch YoungBoy on Instagram. I don't have to go get tickets to the festival to see my favorite artists. I can get on YouTube and watch everything. They're shooting videos in their house. They're not even switching venues no more. They're going from the living room to the garage to the backyard, just to the driveway, just bouncing around at the house in 5 different outfits in the house, so they don't ever have to leave their spot. They never have to get up and go anywhere. You get to watch. It's like having a camera on a house plant. That house plant's not gonna leave the house. It's just you just get to watch it grow from that one spot. This is what the NBA YoungBoy career has been conditioning us into, because he does not leave the house. He shoot all his videos in the house. If it's an interview, they come into his house to do it. He's got plenty of pictures, all of this stuff. How does this fit into your theory, Nayim? What the hell are you talking about, Nayim? Let me tell you. If you have been conditioned that you never had to see them in the real world, you never had to go out, you can see them in the metaverse, you can pay for a digital concert ticket to watch them on your screen, right? They shooting music videos in the house, or, depending on what kind of artist you is, a lot of people who don't even shoot music videos. So, just YoungBoy as our example for today. YoungBoy don't come outside, shoot his music videos, takes 12 pictures a day in 10 different outfits, 100 pictures each, all of this stuff. Might let your hair grow out, you'll take pictures like that. Might let your mustache come in, you take 1,000 pictures like that. You might do XYZ, and that's being generous, because we know that if they're ushering in the AI, all I gotta do is get enough of your facial features and we can Photoshop or put you in Illustrator or write up an algorithm that can aid you, put weight on you, change your appearance, change your race, change everything about you, right? What happens if he dies and nobody knows that he dies? He doesn't have any music, but they still want to capitalize on him. I feel like this AI situation could work if an artist dies, but the public would have to not know that they died, and they would have to be estranged from their family. And I feel like that's the perfect cocktail to usher in an artist basically living forever. How would you know that they died? Because we can say, it don't sound like it's got emotion. It don't sound like this. And we can tell it's a fake song, but it's like, how many people can really tell it's a fake song? It's kind of like, I remember when self-checkout, when I was a kid, they was introducing self-checkout at Walmart. This was 25 years ago. And nobody wanted self-checkout. Why would I want to ring my own groceries up, bro? I'm coming to the store. I'm used to the cashiers, but all it takes is for you to, go enough time for the system to learn, enough time for the system to pick up. And because it's artificial intelligence, everything that it knows is just somebody putting something into it. If they have software that I can type something and it will mimic it. It has studied everything he said. It has copied everything about his voice, every high pitch, low pitch, every, note on the spectrum. It's only a matter of time before it gets good enough where you don't even know the distinction. So I almost bit my tongue. That shit kind of hurt. But you won't even know the distinction after a while. It's like people who think they're stealing from self-checkout. You're not really. You're getting away with stealing because the system is learning how to deal with thieves. You don't really you get away with it because you stealing whatever the fuck you steal. You put a banana sticker on a TV or something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nobody who did that, but you put a banana sticker on the TV, they're gonna let you walk out of it. Ain't nobody gonna make no fuss. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. I know that's a dramatic example too, but they're not going to make a fuss and they're not going to say nothing, because the little bit of loss that you think we're taking because you did that, we're going to let you have that, because it's going to be worth so much more when our system you will be able to walk by. And if you, no matter what you walk out of here with, that's what you're going to be charged. You know what I'm saying? Like the system is busy learning. An artist dies, they're estranged from their family. We have all this material, all of this stuff, and all we got to do is put lyrics in or have somebody sing it, and it'll convert it over to their voice. I don't think we're far from that. I think there's going to be an artist that is dead. And I think they did it with Tupac, but I didn't listen to that because I don't like posthumous music. I feel like if a person's not alive, then nobody should be putting their music out, if that makes sense. Like, if it wasn't already done, it shouldn't come out, because they don't have a final say about how they want their stuff presented. But if we had Young Boy and Young Boy died, what would be stopping the label from, oh my God, we ran out of Young Boy songs? Which he probably wouldn't be a good example for that, because he's under Cash Money and they work so hard and they just record, and he has all that. But what if he was in a Pop Smoke situation where he didn't have any more vocals? Why not just throw something in AI and, make it seem like he's still alive? You're not going to know. You're not going out to the concert. The concert's not happening. We could put a hologram in the metaverse. You don't go live already. You're not sociable. You don't want to talk to nobody already. It's the perfect storm. And that's just something that I had on my mind. I know it's not like, ain't nothing concrete about what I said, but it's just something to think about, because we're not far off from a person being dead and we not knowing they're dead, but they're having music come out like they're still alive, and the label's still pushing it like they're still alive. Somebody take over their social media, tweeting like they still alive, they'll probably go live and tilt the phone and have the ceiling fan going while looking, and just somebody's just in the background typing, and they just talking and responding like they are still alive. And that's like one of the major problems and dangers of what this AI is. It's like, it's not the thing that makes the music good, and the thing that makes music is the personableness of it. If it's not personable, people ain't really trying. You listen to creative stuff, and there's a time and place for creativity, but if you got a favorite artist, the reasons you like them is some personable stuff. Even if it's just they're so talented, like nobody does it like that. So yeah, that's where we at, man. This is the dark side of songwriting.